You are evolving into a dolphin. Well, not literally and definitely not anytime soon, but out in the ocean, there is a weird pattern that keeps showing up. Over and over again, completely different animals end up solving life in the sea with something that looks suspiciously like the dolphin blueprint. Sleek body, fast swimming, surfacing for air, living in tight social groups. It is almost like evolution keeps copy-pasting the same design and tweaking the details. But the strangest part of the dolphin solution is not the shape. It is what is happening inside the skull. Because at some point, evolution looked at this air-breathing mammal trapped in deep water and basically said, okay, the normal rules of sleep are not going to work here. Time to cheat. And that is how dolphins ended up with one of the wildest brain hacks in the animal kingdom. The ability to sleep with only half of their brain at a time. To feel how extreme that is, imagine this for a second. Can you imagine falling asleep at the wheel on a highway and somehow not crashing? Sounds like a horrible idea. And yet, out in the ocean, some animals are basically doing the biological version of that every single night. They literally sleep while they swim, keep one eye open, and somehow do not die. Dolphins, for example, can let half of their brain fall asleep, while the other half stays awake to steer, breathe, and watch for danger. No, that is not science fiction. And no, your brain cannot do this even if you drink 12 cups of coffee. This is a real, measured, brainwave recorded thing. So how do you half sleep? Why do dolphins do this? And what does it say about how far evolution will bend the rules just to keep you alive in a world that really wants you dead? To figure that out, we have to go inside a dolphin's head, metaphorically. Please do not actually open dolphins. First, let's deal with the basic nightmare of being a dolphin. You live in the ocean, which sounds relaxing, but you are not a fish. You are a mammal. That means your lungs run on air, not water. You cannot just stop and sink to the bottom like a rock and call it a night. If you do that, you drown. Instantly game over. At the same time, you cannot just stay fully awake forever. Your brain is a massive energy hog. It needs downtime to clean up, reset, and process everything. Sleep is not optional. If you try to skip sleep for too long, your body will eventually force it on you. So dolphins are trapped between two terrible options. Fall asleep and drown, or stay awake and go insane. Instead of picking one, evolution basically said, okay, what if we cheat? This cheat has a name, unihemispheric slow-wave sleep. That sounds like a spell from a fantasy game, but it is very real. It means only one hemisphere of the brain, one side, enters deep, slow-wave sleep at a time, while the other hemisphere stays awake and alert. Then they switch. Left brain naps while right brain works, then right brain naps while left brain works, like a night shift schedule built inside your skull. How do we know this is actually happening and not just some cute story we made up about dolphins being so smart? Scientists have literally wired dolphins up to EEG machines, electroencephalograms, the same tools doctors use on human patients to measure brainwaves. When dolphins sleep, the EEG shows classic deep sleep patterns on just one side of the brain, while the other side shows wake-like activity. It is not a vibe. It is on a graph. And here is where it gets even stranger. The eyes are synced to the brain halves. When the left hemisphere is asleep, the right eye tends to be closed. When the right hemisphere is asleep, the left eye is closed. One eye shut, one eye open, brain literally split between nap mode and guard duty. Imagine lying in bed at night, one eye closed, one eye open, the right half of your brain dreaming while the left half is still scrolling social media and listening for weird noises in your house. That is the dolphin experience. I am not saying they are better than us, but I am also not saying it. So what does the awake half even do? For dolphins, being only half asleep is still a full-time survival job. That awake hemisphere has to keep track of when to surface for air. Dolphins are voluntary breathers, meaning they choose when to breathe. They cannot just hand that over to autopilot and pass out. Watch for predators or threats, especially in shallow waters or near humans. Coordinate constant, low-effort swimming so the body does not sink or drift into danger. They do not sprint around or do fancy tricks during this time. This is the dolphin equivalent of you slowly pacing around your house in the dark, half asleep, making sure you did not leave the stove on. It is minimal effort survival mode. Most of the time, a dolphin in unihemispheric sleep will swim in slow, lazy circles near the surface. From above, it looks like they are just chilling. Inside, one hemisphere is often dreamland while the other is running a stripped-down version of Windows Safe mode. If this sounds like peak multitasking, it kind of is. But the real reason it exists is not because evolution wanted to make dolphins smart. It is because the ocean is brutally unforgiving to air-breathing mammals. Think about it. Fish can let their bodies go limp and still move water across their gills. Sea turtles can hold their breath for extremely long stretches. But dolphins and many whales need air frequently, need constant brain engagement to breathe, live in a three-dimensional, moving, often dangerous environment. So instead of inventing some new organ or rewriting the physics of breathing, evolution went for a software hack. Do not shut the whole brain down at once. It is like having a server that cannot ever go offline, so you reboot one half at a time. One side handles traffic while the other restarts, clears cache, cleans up memory leaks. Then they switch. No downtime, no crash. This is an insanely efficient workaround. Not pretty, not symmetrical, but it works. And remember, evolution does not care about elegance. It cares about, did you survive long enough to have babies? Here is where it gets even more interesting. Dolphins are not the only ones doing this. Some whales use the same strategy. Certain seals do a version of it in the water. And even on land, some birds can sleep with one hemisphere at a time, especially when they are migrating or sitting at the edge of a flock. If you are on the outside of the group, you keep the eye facing outwards open and the brain on that side a bit more awake, just in case something with teeth shows up. Completely different lineages. Same problem. How do I sleep without getting eaten or dying in my sleep? Same answer. Fine. Half sleep. Happy now. This is a classic case of convergent solutions. Different animals, different family trees, same physics, same danger, similar hack. The environment writes the exam. Evolution just keeps discovering the same answer key. So if this trick is so useful, why are we not doing it? Why can dolphins run half-brain sleep and you cannot nap in meetings while learning quantum physics with the other half? The short answer is, your entire biology is built on the assumption that when you sleep, you can lock the doors and let the whole brain chill. You evolved on land, in social groups, with the ability to find relatively safe sleeping spots. Caves, trees, shelters, houses. We solved the sleep safely problem with behavior and environment. We build walls and doors. We sleep in groups. We take turns staying awake, historically. Dolphins cannot build houses underwater. They cannot just install a deadbolt on the ocean. Their body plan and environment push them towards a different solution. Split the brain shift. Also, your brain is extremely interconnected. The way your two hemispheres share information, process language, and coordinate your body is not designed for one side to be offline for hours while the other handles life. If you tried to run human brain hardware in dolphin mode, you would just get a glitchy, confused mess. More than usual, I mean. Let's dig a bit deeper into what slow-wave sleep actually is. In humans and other mammals, slow-wave sleep is that deep, heavy sleep where brain waves become big and slow. This is when a lot of critical housekeeping happens. Memory consolidation, synaptic down-tuning, cellular repair, all the boring but essential maintenance that keeps your brain from turning into static. Dolphins still need that. Their neurons still need cleanup. They just spread it out over time, doing deep maintenance on one hemisphere while keeping the other in high alert, low power mode. It is like defragmenting one hard drive while the second one keeps your system running. Do dolphins get dreams? Probably. We do not have a full movie reel of dolphin dream content, but we know they go through different sleep stages and have complex brains capable of learning, social memory, and play. However, their REM sleep looks very different and is much shorter than ours. Their lifestyle simply does not allow for long, floppy, totally disconnected from the world dream sessions the way humans have. You could say human sleep is like logging completely out. Dolphin sleep is more like staying online, but muting half your notifications. Another wild angle here is social behavior. Dolphins do not just half sleep randomly. Their sleep patterns can sync with their group. Mothers with newborn calves will dramatically reduce how deeply they sleep for weeks, sometimes months after birth, staying almost constantly in a lighter, more vigilant state. That newborn calf cannot hold its breath long or swim strongly yet. So mom's brain does what human parents do emotionally. It never fully relaxes. Except in dolphins, this is not just anxiety. It is literally shown in their brainwave patterns. Half sleep becomes even more asymmetric, biased toward guarding the calf. In a way, dolphin half sleep shows how flexible brains can be when the stakes are life or death, especially for your kids. Humans show that with behavior and culture, baby monitors, night feeding, 3 a.m. pacing in the dark. Dolphins show it with hardware. Half the brain refuses to go all the way offline. Zoom out, and unihemispheric sleep is not just a weird trick. It is a perfect example of how evolution keeps running into the same hard limits. You need sleep, non-negotiable. You need oxygen, also non-negotiable. You need awareness in a dangerous environment. Again, non-negotiable. You cannot break those rules. You cannot say, "No thanks, I am built different." Physics and biology do not care about your confidence level. So nature has to find a blueprint that satisfies all three constraints at once. For humans, that blueprint is build shelters, create safe spaces, delegate vigilance to the group or to tools. For dolphins, keep one hemisphere on guard duty while the other gets rest. Different body plans, different environments, same basic problem, different but equally clever solutions. There is also a cost. Unihemispheric sleep is brilliant, but it is not free. If half of your brain is always at least somewhat awake, you probably never get the same kind of full, deep, whole brain reset that we do. Dolphins may never experience the kind of long, immersive dreams or full system reboot that humans get every night. Their lives are built for efficiency and survival, not for luxurious 8-hour blackout sleep with dream subplots and side characters, which honestly might still be better than doom scrolling until 3 in the morning. So next time you see a video of dolphins gently gliding just below the surface, one eye closed, one eye open, remember what is actually happening under that smooth, smiling forehead. You are looking at a brain running a live balancing act, half in darkness, half in duty, solving a problem so brutal that most creatures never even have to think about it. They are not magical. They are not breaking the rules. They are playing within them, hard. And no, you cannot learn to half sleep through work meetings. Do not try this at home. Thanks for watching. If this kind of brain-bending biology interests you, you should definitely check out our video on how other animals hack sleep and energy, from birds napping mid-flight to fish that freeze their metabolism. If you enjoyed this, leave a like, subscribe for more weird science stories, and maybe get a full brain sleep tonight. You are not a dolphin. Use that.